So I'm Molly Lopez. I'm the managing director for LEAP. And then I'm going to ask our two other staff people on the call to introduce themselves. And then I'll ask the mentors to all introduce themselves when we get to the projects slide.
Hi, everyone. My name is Catherine. I'm the Senior Manager of Communications and Knowledge Transfer at LEAP. Nice to see you all.
Hi, I'm Candace Algonoffer, and I'm an associate research scientist at LEAP.
So again, thanks so much everybody for joining today's call. We're really excited to see that you're interested in our summer programs. This will be my third summer at LEAP, and I can say that they are really great programs. It's so much fun to have the REU students and Momentum Fellows with us at LEAP in the summer. We take a lot of fun field trips. The research projects are great. It is truly a wonderful experience. So super excited to have you all here on the Zoom to learn more about the programs. So this session, we'll be going over both the REU, which stands for Research Experience for Undergraduates, and Momentum Fellow programs. So one is open for undergraduates and one is open for doctoral students, and we will save time at the end for Q&A. So again, I'm Molly Lopez. I'm the managing director for LEAP. Today, we will be going through an introduction and overview of LEAP. We'll be going through what this summer of 2025 will look like. You will meet our wonderful research mentors who are, many of whom are on the Zoom with us. We'll learn about program goals, various elements of the program, eligibility, any eligibility information and questions you might have, application dates and deadlines, and frequently asked questions. So LEAP stands for Learning the Earth with Artificial Intelligence and Physics. It is an NSF-funded program, and specifically it's Ed Science and Technology Center. So a lot of acronyms at LEAP. If you hear STC, that's what it refers to. And we are a little more than halfway through our 5-year grant. And have a lot of exciting research underway and looking forward to years to come continuing to work on this research and to welcome new researchers to the field through programs like the REU and Momentum Fellows program. So here is a slide showing the strategic vision and mission of LEAP. The strategic vision of our Science and Technology Center is to revolutionize climate projections for informed climate adaptation. Our mission is to increase the reliability, utility, and reach of climate projections through the integration of climate and data science. And on the right, you can see a visual that shows where climate modeling is currently and what our goals are for what climate modeling will look like as our research teams continue to make progress in this field. I'm going to share a short video. I'm actually going to only share part of it just to save time, but you're going to be seeing the most of it. So just one sec.
If we can have better predictions about what it's going to look like in the future, that helps us to sort of plan better today.
New York City, for instance, is making decisions about their transportation system right now. They're making decisions about seawalls right now. No one discipline can solve the complexities of the problems that we're dealing with.
LEAP is bringing together minds and capacities that simply haven't sat in the same room before.
Climate data science is bridging the expertise of climate science with the expertise and knowledge of data science and bringing them together.
Our goal is to use all the available data out there from sensors, from satellites, and to help better inform our climate models so that we can make better predictions, so that we can help everyone adapt to climate change.
If we conduct science and we're not effective at conveying our findings to decision makers, people in communities who are going to be gravely impacted by the climate crisis, then we haven't really done our job.
That's really where we see our role as a publicly available data provider, that we are trying to lower the barrier so that everyone could get access to climate data across the globe.
So hopefully that gave an even better description of LEAP and some of the work that we're doing here. So just to tell you a bit about our leadership structure and committees. Here you can see the person who was just speaking on the video, Pierre Gentine, who's the principal investigator of LEAP. You also saw a lot of the people who are pictured here. Courtney Cogburn is our Chief Broadening Participation Officer and Knowledge Transfer Director. Tian Zhang is our Center Deputy Director and Chief Convergence Officer, as well as Education Director. And then you can kind of see the other areas where we have people leading LEAP's work. This is all on our website as well, so I'll refer you all to the website to look a little more closely.
Sounds great. I will jump in for a few slides. So I'll pick up where Molly left off, and that was a great introduction and presentation. So LEAP education, and we see a few diagrams that we have here on the slide. But we have the climate data science, and of course that involves the atmosphere, land knowledge, data, and ocean. And we really focus on a convergence, an interdisciplinary approach. So one of LEAP's education's primary goals is to drive convergence through education activities between climate science and data science, research and education and broadening participation, and education, research, and knowledge transfer. So it's a multi-element approach, and we're tightly integrated with research for disciplinary convergence. And we want to train the next generation of climate data scientists. So an example of this is how we had integrated LEAP's data infrastructure cloud platform, LEAP Pangeo. And we're using it to teach climate data science in our boot camps, programs, and workshops. So when you're an REU student, you will be trained on how to use the LEAP Pangeo before you, so that way you can carry out the research over the summer. So this shows us education is extremely vital, and it plays an important role in broadening participation through these entryways. So we've been creating an inclusive curriculum, and we ensure that we have the mechanisms and resources available to support our students in their quest to succeed. So re-emphasizing that point, this bidirectional focus of education and research, we provide the relevant training for this convergence research. And meaningful convergence experiences are embedded in the education. So LEAP involves many disciplines. So we have earth scientists, we have physicists, engineers, data scientists, and social scientists. And we want to train the next generation of scientists to have the ability to work with various subject experts to achieve the main goal of improving climate science. LEAP is, I'm sorry?
Sorry, you froze for a minute, but you're back.
Oh, I don't even know how long I was gone. Okay. So we host undergraduate researchers, and we're offering a wide variety of enrichment learning and networking opportunities. LEAP is committed to building a diverse research community at the intersection of climate science, data science, and climate and social justice. We care about the future of our planet, and we want to apply our research to help make informed decisions when it comes to the communities most affected by climate change. So all the students in the REU program will be supported by a team of researchers and graduate student mentors. We want our students to succeed and learn what it takes to make a stronger impact on the world via STEM research. So we're offering a synergistic innovations in data science and climate science under the supervision of a team of LEAP experts. And we'll go over the mentorship structure in a few slides. But we will have experts with Python, Leap Pangeo, postdoctoral mentors, Momentum Fellows, and of course our lead PIs for each of the projects. So the program has been, is 10 weeks total in person, and it gives students more time to learn and feel more confident in their ability to conduct research. We offer also a 2-week Momentum Bootcamp to develop necessary skills for an impactful research experience. So we've also provided resources that you could take a sneak peek at to see what is expected and what you might need to know before you start the summer program. The bootcamp will be made available on Zoom to all undergraduate students, whether they are a REU student or not. So, and also, we just want you to have fun at LEAP. Every Thursday, we're going to have a LEAP Thursday, where you can get together and have some experiences such as barbecuing and just more of a social dynamic we're involving. And finally, the why. The why is this important? Climate change impacts communities and populations that might be overlooked in some areas, whether that's funding or policy related. While we are, of course, research focused, we also want our students to think a little bit more about the why behind the research and where you see your academic journey going in the longer term. So this is just a little bit about the boot camp. So we host a LEAP Momentum Boot Camp, and it's 2 weeks. The first week is mainly focused on data, computing, and collaboration. So you're going to gain skills and familiarity with the data set. And this is a climate data set. So you're going to learn the tools necessary for data manipulation and understanding how to access the climate data sets via technical tools. So this will get you more familiar with our Jupyter notebook and more familiar with climate models, the variables that are inside it, and what you could do with it. Now, for week 2, we're going to add the machine learning aspects to this climate modeling. So now you have access to the data set, but you're going to learn some statistical techniques, some AI machine learning techniques. So that way you can actually gain insights from these data sets. So you can make forecasts or just basically learn about risks and aspects such as that. So it's we have neural networks we'll be teaching, and it also helps strengthen your Python skills. We also have a climate modeling 101 workshop, and that's also very additive. You'll learn even more details about climate models and the purposes they serve. So we have the pre to post skills assessment growth chart. So as you can see, our students felt this is just more of an analysis of how the students felt, the ones who have attended. But without going through each line, you can see that the students felt much more prepared in many aspects after the boot camp. And then at the end, you'll have the great opportunity to present your findings. And most of the students seem to really enjoy this aspect and feel very prepared by the time they're presenting. So it gives you that that real life experience where when you do find some actionable research insights and how you can share that with the world and to allow for more collaboration. So it's a really nice setup. The students seem very excited to present their findings, and their findings are for the most part meaningful. So this is just more of the structure of the program. We have the bootcamp instructors. You'll also have a Python and Leap Pangeo mentor. The Leap Pangeo's Python-based language is Jupyter they're using. And then you have the Climate Modeling 101 workshop instructor, which is Linnea Hawkins. I'm the REU program coordinator. We'll have REU students, of course. And then we have the NCAR source coordinator. We have faculty research mentors and co-mentors, and then of course we have the Momentum Fellows, which we'll get into that part in the second half of our slide. So these are the projects we're presenting this summer. These are the PIs, the mentors, and we're going to pause for a second to let them introduce their projects and their focus.
Hi, my name is Kara Lamb. I'm a research scientist in the Department of Earth and Environmental Engineering at Columbia, and I'm working with Joseph Coe this summer as well, who's a co-mentor on the project. So our project focuses on improving atmospheric process representation in climate models, and we're focused specifically on improving understanding of how to model cirrus cloud microphysics. So cirrus clouds are those ice clouds that form high up in the atmosphere and actually have pretty important effects on climate. So we're looking at using some generative AI techniques this summer. So we have a couple of ideas, and it will be a discussion, I think, with the team on which approaches we end up actually going. But the idea is basically to improve our understanding of how we can model cirrus cloud processes in climate models. And Joe, did you want to say anything else and also introduce yourself?
No, I didn't have anything to add, but yeah, my name is Joe. I'm a postdoc working with Kara, also on my ice microphysics. And this is will be my second time participating in the REU and Momentum Fellow research period. So I'm excited to participate again.
Thank you. And would Da Fan like to talk a little bit about the project you're working on?
Sure. Hi, I'm Da Fan. I'm a postdoc at LEAP, working with Dr. David Giangani and Dr. Mike Pritchard, who will co-mentor this project. So our project focuses on cloud microphysics. So cloud microphysics refers to processes that affect cloud and precipitation across scales. So both machine learning and empirical methods have been applied to improve the representations of microphysical process in climate models. So, however, different microphysics schemes generated different precipitation cloud properties within climate model simulations. So our project is trying to explore the differences in microphysical process in climate simulations with different parameterization schemes using AI and XAI, explainable AI, I mean. So in this project, the students or the fellows will dive into machine learning and explainable AI methods and apply them to practical climate model challenges. DJ, do you have anything else to add?
I think this is an exciting project where you get to work at NCAR with myself and Mike Pritchard. I think some of all the focus is on microphysical processes. Some of the AI methods can be applied more generally to understand some of the differences between like different changes you can make to climate models and seeing how they propagate through the system. So I think it's a good opportunity, even if like cloud microphysics isn't necessarily your thing. I think there's a lot of good skills you can gain from building the kind of AI analysis system or working on this AI analysis system that DAW has been developing.
So I think I can share my screen to show some slides here. Okay, thanks. I should share whole screen. So here, this project is about the tropical forest stuff. So first I want to introduce myself. I'm a research scientist at the Center for Climate Systems Research and NASA Goddard Institute for Space Studies. So currently we are working on the global forest modeling. Well, for this project, we will focus on the tropical forests. For tropical forest, it covers around 80% of the land surface and takes around 45% of the water forests. And it harbors around more than 80% of the total species. And also it is a critical component for the climate systems. So it can affect the global carbon cycle and the regional and global climate. So right now, the tropical forests are experiencing great changes due to warming and extreme climate events. For more information, you can go to this chapter, the IPCC chapter, to take a look. And even we put the tropical forest into the axis of the precipitation, so you can see it changed from evergreen forest, the seasonal forest, and then savanna. So when this forest changes, also the fire frequency also increase with decrease in precipitation. So it results in a lot of changes within the forest and the shifts between forest and savanna. At Goddard Institute for Space Studies, we have developed a demographic model to simulate all these changes. Well, for this project, we are going to use a data-driven modeling approach to incorporate all the possible data sets from the ground-based investigations and from the satellite data into our modeling framework, and then predict the global tropical forests carbon cycle and then its effects on the climate system. So, well, this is the basic approach of this this project. So in this project, you will learn how to deal with this data, how to run a global vegetation model, and see how it affects and feedback to the climate systems. So if you have any questions, you can send me email. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. It's very interesting, especially, considering fires is a hot topic this year. And so Sean Lee couldn't make it today. Neither could Linnea Hawkins. So I will describe their projects. So Sean Lee is working with Pierre Gentine and Young Kwan. The title of their project is Probabilistic Data Assimilation, and it enhances the prediction of observed temperature extremes. So that's the title of their project. And Sean Lee. So Sean Lee, the research that he conducts is at the Data Science Institute and mainly focuses on developing new algorithms for the use of sparse and indirect Earth observations that are organized across multiple space and time scales in order to inform climate model parameterization. So the data he works with, it will refine initial parameterization, and it's based on machine learning approaches and informed by high resolution, high fidelity simulations. So Sean employs various tools such as Bayesian inference, neural networks, and physical parameterizations, and he focuses initially on land, atmosphere, and ocean. So that's a little bit about Sean's project and research focus. Linnea Hawkins, the research that Linnea is going to work on this summer for the program is titled Developing Machine Learning Emulators to Constrain Parametric Uncertainty in Land Surface Modeling and Carbon Cycling. So the description is as follows. The land carbon sink, it plays a critical role in regulating climate, yet its future trajectory is highly uncertain, in part due to parametric uncertainty in Earth system models. So this project, it focuses on quantifying and constraining this uncertainty and projections of the land carbon sink, and it uses machine learning and the community land models. This project offers an exciting opportunity to leverage emerging machine learning techniques so that we can advance our understanding of land carbon cycling. So her research group, they have developed a large perturbed parameter ensemble of climate model simulations, providing a rich data set to explore. The Momentum Fellow will leverage this ensemble to develop an ML emulator that captures the parametric controls on land surface processes, including carbon, water, and energy cycling. They will also have the opportunity to learn and apply a range of ML tools with guidance from AI researchers at the LEAP Center. So the position also offers an exceptional opportunity to work at the National Center for Atmospheric Research, learning from and collaborating with leading Earth system model developers. So that's just a little bit about Linnea's project and Sean's.
Great. Thank you so much, everybody, for those exciting descriptions. I am going to go through just two more logistics slides, and then we want to open it up for your questions. So applications and deadlines. We invite all students, we invite applications from students who will be rising sophomore, junior, or senior in fall of 2025 for the REU program. For, I think I'm actually, sorry, I think the Momentum Fellow application guidelines are on a different slide, but for the Momentum Fellows, it's open to doctoral students. There is an online application form on LEAP's website. The application requirements are your resume, your CV, academic transcript, and unofficial transcript is acceptable, a statement of interest, which should include approximately 500 words about your research goals for the summer, and a letter of recommendation from an academic professor who you've studied with at your home institution. And we do start the summer with a 2-week boot camp. So really encourage our people who are still learning about the field to apply. We'll go through a lot of the skills in those first 2 weeks and try to really work to get everybody kind of up to speed on any skills you'll need to carry out the research. If selected, you will notify applicants by the end of March, so in about a month. And then you'll have a week to let us know if you will be joining us on the project. If you are wondering if you have no programmer coding experience and can apply, the answer is yes. I'm not sure what happened to that bullet, but there should be a bullet there that says yes. And students can reach out to, you should actually apply through our website because we will be essentially blinding all of the applications. So the selection committee is really looking at everybody's experience, skills, and interest in their research projects. Program dates, you will move. We provide housing. I can't remember if we said that earlier on the call, but housing is provided, on-campus housing. The move-in date is the Monday of Memorial Day weekend. And then the boot camp is the following 2 weeks at the Innovation Hub, which is in New York City, up near 125th Street. That will go for 2 weeks, and you'll get to know your peers, the instructors, the staff. We'll welcome you all to the offices, show you where all the good places to eat are, help orient you to the city if you're new to the city. Then your research projects will be June 9th through August 1st. And final presentations will most likely be on that Thursday, July 31st. And then the final day will be Friday, August 1st, and move out will be August 2nd. So the location will be LEAP is located on Columbia's Manhattanville campus in the Innovation Hub with several other research centers. So it's super accessible by subway, and it's in walking distance from the housing. Here you can see information about the stipend and the housing. There is a weekly stipend. There is travel support to help you travel to New York. And the housing is suite style with a shared kitchen. And so we will be supporting on-campus housing. So if you choose to live off campus, you know, we'll most likely will need to you can discuss that with us if you decide to join us. And here is our website, and this email address here, leap@columbia.edu, goes to the full LEAP staff. So somebody will get back to you if you have any questions and email that email address. So we are just about on time to begin hearing any questions. Or Candace or any leapers on the call, does anybody want to add anything before we go into Q&A? Okay, does anybody on the call have any questions? And you can also feel free to put it in the chat if you prefer.
I have a question. Do I just speak or you call by name? Should I just ask my question?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So I don't remember you talking a lot about the fellows. So I don't know whether this one was specifically for the undergraduate. Do you get my question? Is this info session specifically for undergraduate, or it's for fellows as well, like the PhD students as well? Because the question is about the PhD students. I don't know if this is the right place to ask the question.
It's for both. Go ahead. Sorry, I was only pausing because I wasn't sure. I don't want to talk over anybody, but yes, it's for both. So go ahead with each question on either side, either program, doctoral students or undergraduates.
Okay. So my question is, with the fellows, down at the website says housing may be available, but with the undergraduate, it says specifically housing is available. I'm asking this question because I was there for the hackathon you organized early January. Now, I am a student at the University of Georgia. I'm a PhD student here. So when I applied, in the application it said travel support may be available. So I applied, but there was no travel support. I ended up spending over $1,000 on plane tickets and hotels. So with that condition statement there, housing may be available. How sure will I be that after spending time writing all the essays, getting recommendation letters, and then in the end they tell you, well, you admitted you may pay for your housing. So how sure will I be that I may get housing?
Yep, that's a good question. And glad you were with us in January. I thought you looked familiar. Nice to see you. So yeah, this is a totally different program. But of course, we can never say 100% sure, but there is a very good chance that travel and housing will be supported for this program, most likely. The program that you're referring to, the hackathon, we only had funding to support like 1 or 2 people. So I could tell you right off the bat, there was low likelihood of getting funding support for that separate specific event. For this, we hope to be able to provide it for everyone. And so there's a good chance that it will be provided. I don't want to say 100% because who knows what will happen in the next few weeks, but a good chance. Does that answer your question?
I think there was a question in the chat. That was by Raymond. It said, are international students encouraged to apply?
So I believe it's all on the website, but international students are encouraged to apply to, sorry, Raymond, could you let me know if you're talking about the RU program or the fellowship program?
Yeah, I'm talking about the fellowship program.
Okay. Yep, the fellowship program is open to international students.
Okay, right, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, I have a question for Professor David John Kahn. Yeah, so with your project, Which climate models do you deal with?
Yeah, we're currently working with the Community Earth System model, which is basically the climate model developed at NCAR and I mean, a lot of other places, but like NCAR kind of leads the development and integration of it. Currently, like the data set for the project will be it's called a perturbed parameter ensemble. So we've run the Community Earth System model with a variety of, like so other people have done this previously, have run the model with like different settings for some of the physical parameters and parameterizations to that are within the range of known variability. And then we have one set of these ensemble members that uses one kind of microphysics scheme, and another that uses a machine learning emulator for a different microphysics scheme. And so we're looking at how does putting in the machine learning emulator change how the climate behaves between one simulation or the other.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
I have a question. I clicked on the application link and I saw that you have to select the kind of projects you're interested in. I'm not very sure whether you have to kind of rate all the projects or you select only the ones you're interested in. Now, my question is that suppose there's 5 of them. I mean, I think there's five. Suppose there's 3 of them that you feel like I'm really interested in these ones, and then you select these ones. Does that mean you are not going to be considered for the other remaining? Suppose for the 3 you selected, there are students who are much better than you in those 3, but you are also better than the other students in the other 2. For the fact that you did not select the other 2, does that eliminate, or let me put it simply, that selecting more options gives you a higher chance of being selected, or it doesn't really matter?
Candace, were you going to answer? Sorry,
Oh, I was just gonna say, my advice would be to go ahead and fill out the application as you know, to the best of how you like to answer, and then follow up with an email, kind of describing a little bit the specific specific details of how you feel, but about each project and which. But Molly, maybe you might be best to answer. That's what I was thinking, though.
Yeah. I would say that you should put down all the projects that you are interested in, and then whichever projects you express interest in, your application will be shared with those project leads.
And sometimes you'd be surprised. A project, when you're reading it, it sounds like it might not be something that applies to you, or it might not be something along the lines of what you're interested in researching. But once you get into it, you might find it to be more inspiring than you had anticipated. So I would say you never really know. I would be open to all windows, just because.
Would any of the mentors like to share any other details? So we have a couple extra minutes.
Yeah, I wanted to second Candace's comment. I first got into scientific research through an REU program, and didn't really like the project was something really new to me at the time, and I didn't realize all the kinds of things I would learn along the way. So I would encourage you to apply for kind of think about not just like specific scientific details, but maybe about what kind of transferable skills might you get? Because there's a lot of things that may seem unrelated, but can turn out to be really useful down the line, both in your academic career and in whatever career you may end up in the long term. And it's not just the immediate, like I say, a programming skill, but it's also like how do you think about science, and how do you what are some how do you work with a team, like working on writing skills, working on thinking through building projects and initiatives, and things that can translate to a wide range of activities. So and you meet a lot of interesting people along the way. So if you have more specific questions about Also, it could be about the living experience too, not just about the science projects themselves, but be happy to, I think any of the mentors be happy to talk about that a bit more too.
Great, thank you. Thank you, DJ. I love always hearing about people's entryways into this field. Should make that another Zoom. Another question here. Can you please share the recording? Yes, of course. The recording for anyone that joined during the session will be posted on LEAP's website, so you'll be able to hear the whole thing. And this wasn't a question, but I'm going to share a little bit of detail anyway, just to give everyone some examples of what life at LEAP is like over the summer. Last summer, the group went to some really fun and interesting field trips. We took the ferry to Governor's Island and visited various climate-related sites through the New York Climate Exchange. So that was a really cool day. And we also got to meet all of the interns that were interning through that group. We also went to visit an ice core lab and learned about how that lab functions, and got to see some really neat cores. We also, there were various social trips around the city, and a tour of the Columbia campus. What else did we do? I think, and then the students ended up self-organizing and went to various trips themselves around the city to Coney Island and other sites. So it really is a rich summer, and you'll learn a lot about different areas of this field while learning research skills and meeting mentors and peers. So it really is a great experience. Okay, last call for questions. Thank you everybody so much for joining, and hope to see your applications in the next few weeks. Again, the deadline is March 15th. Thanks everybody.
Thanks. Thank you.